Alright, today, just know I'm going to be working on this cab corner here. We got a lot to cut out, and then we're going to take our patch panel and cut it to size and fit it in. I 100% love bodywork. Yeah, that was a lie. So, I'm not going to take you with me on this journey. I may show, a clip of me cutting it. Maybe a clip of some hammer and dolly. I'm going to try to save most of this back here. And in the door gap, we got some work. And there'll probably maybe be a video of some grinding. Welding. Body work. Alright, my cab corner's done. But I need to get this done so I can get my bed on. There's something else that I wanted to do to the truck, but I just don't think I'm going to get a chance to get to it, so that may have to be another project some other time. But fix this cab corner, put the bed on is the goal for this week. Okay, yeah, we're waiting for that to do its thing. We're going to talk about C-notching your bed. Alright, so this C-notch is the highest you can get and still be under the bed. There's some things we need to do. So now we have to notch out the rib in the bed for this. And the easiest way to do it is you have your mounting bolts or the bed bolts to the frame. Just take a straight edge across there from the center of that bolt to the center of this bolt. And then this is 3 inches. So you go, if you want it really tight, you go 1.5 inches on each side of that center point. So that's what we're going to do. We're lining it up, and and then after you mark it, you want to make sure that it's centered within, from this side to the mark you make, from this side to the mark you make. That's not the only thing you have to do. You have this guy over here that gets in the way of the bed. So now you gotta notch that rib 3 times. So over the frame, the axle frame. So from this center point, you can go about 13 inches, I think 13 inches, from the center point that you've made, obviously not after the cut. I'm going to play it safe and do 12.5. So I've already made my notes of what we're doing. and how much we're going to cut. So next we go to the bed and transfer these marks and cut it up. Alright, so now we're going to find where the center is. This pad, which is just over a little bit. Now this is the area they show where the bed sits. I'm gonna cut it at 4 inches. Maybe a little more than 4 inches. And I'm just gonna do the same over here. Just gonna go right to the edge. Go about a ½ inch past here. Now, we also need to go 12½ inches here. And 12½ inches here. And we want to cut that also. There you have it. Now our clearance for our C-notch, our axle, C-notch. One more step we got to do. It's going to be a little tricky. We got to go to the tailgate. We got to measure the opening where the tailgate goes, which is 53.5. Maybe? We're going to write that down. 53.5. Okay, so this lip is too tall for our stepside bed. It's too long. So we got to narrow it to that number we wrote down. So I'm going to mark across this lip here. Okay, so I got my chalk line. first thing we're going to find is our middle point. 63 inches, that'll be 31 and a half. We said 53 and a half. Let's just do easy math and do 52. That'll be 26. Alright, 26 inches this way. 26 inches this way. Alright, we got it on. Bed's a little rougher than I remember. I haven't quite bolted it on yet. But she on. So we ran into the complications with the fuel filler. We did not use the one recommended for Stepside, the hose or the filler. Right now I've got the original Fleetside neck in there, and I ended up cutting the hose to probably 6 inches or so, and that worked. Hose isn't kinked or anything, but yeah, she's in there. Got a little bit of tuck back there. Not like the front. The front ends sit a little different when their engine bay's empty. There we go. Converted to Stepside. Oh, one more thing we did. One more thing. So we had to actually cut, make sure you can see me here. So I actually had to cut the bumper, the metal underneath, to fit. And you kind of see better on this side because this has the bumper. Now the bed's not bolted in, so I haven't finessed where it's going to sit. But you can see I had to cut the metal of the bumper with the plastic. But that's it. It was easy to do. Remember, we got our middle point. We just measured out 52 inches or 26 inches each way. Alright guys, thank you for coming on this adventure with me. We got the cab corner put in. Got a couple tiny pinholes we'll fill later. Got the Stepside bed put in. And the main thing I was worried about was the gas filler. That's worked out. And we notched the bed ribs for the C-notch and the axle. So we're good. Tomorrow I'll jack the back end of this thing up and get all the bolts in, get it squared in here. And then we're back in the garage working on the engine, and we got some modifying of the transmission to do too. So thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe. Stay up to date when we get new videos out.